Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Today I'd like to talk to you about 10 ways to save for retirement that you may not have thought of, ways that are a little out of the box. Now, many of you may already be retired or very close to it and have spent lots of time thinking about it and planning. But if you're like most people, and that's myself included, we leave it till the very last minute to start thinking about the practical aspects of retirement. And one of them, of course, is that you're not getting a salary. Retirement means that you're cutting back on work. Now, you may consider, continuing working, beyond the retirement age. But if you're, thinking about retiring, here's 10 ways that you might want to save some money, while you're in that sort of ramping up to the big day of retirement. Now, a large percentage actually of women in our 60andMe community are very close to retirement age or already collecting Social Security and moving into ways of using their money that they've saved up until that point. But some are not. So let's go through some things you might consider doing. First thing, a lot of you might be living in a house that's a bit bigger than you need. And one of the things that's very popular right now is this concept of co-housing, where you let out a room in your house to someone in return for a rent. And that's an income that you can definitely, have. Now, there's a lot of places now that you can go to, use their services, like management companies that will help you to match you to someone who's like you, has your same values, same sort of interests. And there's more now. I think Cohabitus is one of them, and there's a few others where, they're designed for people over 50. And so this house sharing is not such an unusual thing anymore. If you've got an extra space, why not take the opportunity to rent it out, get some income, maybe make a friend. I mean, have someone in the house with you that can keep you company. And I know people are hesitant about this for lots and lots of reasons, but there are places now you can go to get help with that, moving or consider yourself moving into a smaller, more affordable place. Maybe it's time to just let go of that larger property and sell it. If you can make some profit from it, that's great. But you don't really need a big space. Well, at least most people don't need a big space as they get older. And one of the conversations we're always having on 60andMe is about downsizing and decluttering and just moving into a experiential lifestyle rather than a possession lifestyle. So housing is one area that you can save money. Rent out a room, downsize your living space. You can take on a side gig. What does that mean? Well, there's so many opportunities now where you can work online, and no one knows your age online. So there's no question about that. All that matters is your ability, your talents, your skills. And if you don't have specific skills, there's lots of things you can do online: copywriting, editing, if you're into the writing side of things, consulting. If you have a skill that you've learned in your many years of a career or just in your years of experience, you can perhaps go start a blog. Or, YouTube is not the best payer in the world, but it's a side income that can bring in a little bit of extra money if you desire. But also just going into a place where you can be a consultant, do consultancy work. You can do some programs like counseling or life coaching, which are, just a little bit immune from some of the automated artificial intelligence and other tools that are out there now. I mean, it's going to be very hard for people to take on side gigs in areas where artificial intelligence, programs can do the work and the research. So that's an area perhaps to go through yourself and just check what's available. It's really a small business may not be the way you wanted to live your retirement, but doing it now, maybe while you're not quite retired, and you can save for retirement by getting into that mode of what will I do to bring in $1,000 a month or something extra, because you may have other pension or income sources, but this little extra might be a really cool way to think about saving money, a side gig. Another thing is to be careful about your maximizing your Social Security benefits. Understand how Social Security works. And I'm actually not an expert because I don't live in the United States any longer. And I've actually started collecting my Social Security, I think, when I was 64. So I think that is the age. But if you wait a little bit longer with Social Security, you can actually, take that. You then get to take out more money the longer that you wait. So that's another thing, a reason why you can save for retirement by just watching when you enter into the Social Security wheel. And then, of course, that applies to pensions as well. Delay taking your pension. Wait till your pension is bigger, and you can then pull from it and gain more money. If you're investing, you go into dividend accounts where you can perhaps earn a little extra money, assuming the stock market's going up. And it will go up, even if, as I speak right now, it's going down and around and sideways. There's different things to think about that are safer than being in the stock market. But, you can do your research with a fiduciary financial advisor. Not a financial advisor who wants to sell you necessarily an annuity or something like, reverse mortgage, whatever. Just be creative about it. Do your homework. And we've got lots of videos actually by a wonderful woman, Pam Kruger, and I talked about these things on video a couple of years ago. So check those out. And Pam's a great resource. Consider doing both a Roth IRA or how to contribute after tax dollars while you're still in the workplace. I think you get some increased opportunity as you get a little bit older, like in the years leading up to retirement. You can put more into your Roth, so then you'll have more that you can pull out tax-free, and that's a kind of an important distinction to make too. And then catch-up contributions. I think these are to do with your where you can take advantage of the retirement account. The ability to add on to your retirement account in those last few years before retirement. And again, check with a financial advisor on this, because I'm not one of those, but I'm just following. Actually, this article that I'm reading from, I did a lot of research online, and I knew that there were going to be things that I didn't myself personally know about, but you'll know about catch-up contributions. You'll know what I mean, but think about that while you're still in the workplace. That's the secret. Or while you're making that transition into retirement. Take advantage of all those, things that are there for you. Do some research yourself as well. And I said, use a fiduciary advisor. I don't know if you know the difference, but Pam Kruger, I mentioned, is very knowledgeable about this. Basically, a financial advisor is always trying to sell you something where they're going to make a commission. It's just the way that's why they do that job. So they're selling you things that they get a commission from, and it's things usually that are going to be requiring you stay with it for the long term. A fiduciary advisor is one who collects a fee from you, like a services fee up front, and then you pay for the hours that they sit down and talk to you. And they are advisors who are just really interested in your the long-term picture. So to help you save for retirement in any way that you can through the investments that you've made, your work investments, your work pensions, and they are there to advise what the right path forward is. So look for a fiduciary advisor. Consider alternative investments. Now, in this article I was reading, it talks about investing in alternative assets like real estate and private equity. Now, I don't know, maybe some of you have already done this, but if you have got some extra cash from a property, investing in another property is a good idea. Just check into all the ways that you might be able to, make the best. Because the truth is, guys, I mean, if everything goes well and we stay healthy and we stay, alert and whatever, our minds stay clear, we will be living for many, many years after retirement. After the date of retirement, 64 or whatever it is, we hopefully will live to 94 or more. We're going to be around needing money, and that doesn't mean that you should stop in, the opinion of many people, investments, because there are ways that you can do investments that can actually save you money, increase your investment, and not put you at the same risk, as in like investing in a stock market portfolio. Okay, these are the basic ones, like shop for deals and bargains. Start to get in the mode of asking, do you have a senior discount? Do you give a discount for over 60s? And just ask. And you'd be surprised how many will say, yes, we do, or no, but we should, because I'm over 62, the person you're talking to. And it's just, there's no harm in asking. And there's also no harm in just starting to cut back on the things, save money by just buying less expensive stuff. I mean, for example, I've been doing videos for a while now on makeup from the drugstore. You don't need to buy $50 products when you can buy a $5 product. That's great. You might have to just overcome the sort of emotional, I can't afford my Chanel products anymore, but it's just the money that you can save. Also, things like Starbucks. Oh, I shouldn't say Starbucks because I love Starbucks. But things that are just sort of little luxuries that just maybe twice a week instead of 5 times a week, or every day. Your habits are changing as you're not working anymore, and I know how hard that can be. But anyway, discounts, coupons, asking for discount pricing, do it. Art museums, for sure. When you go to a museum or to an art show, they normally always, a music performance, they always usually have some kind of a discount, so worth asking. Make your own beauty products. That's an idea that you probably never thought of. If you go onto like YouTube and other channels, or makeup or Instagram, you'll find people that will tell you how to make really cool creams and how to make, good teas and things from natural ingredients. So consider starting to be a little bit more self-reliant, making your own stuff. And of course, I haven't mentioned things like transportation, carpooling. Don't take your car everywhere. Walk, take the public transport, take the bus, or downsize your car. Get a smaller one, buy a bike. Depends where you live. And I know a lot of people in the States particularly are very connected to your cars, but for just practical reasons. But just practice living on a retirement budget. This is one thing that was suggested by one of our bloggers quite a few months ago, or even years ago. I talked about this, like just for 6 months, pretend that you've only got your retirement budget, retirement salary coming in from your pensions, from your Social Security, whatever, and just don't spend more. Even when you're getting a salary, put everything that you as over, put it away, save it. And you will find if you force yourself to live within that boundary, within that budget, you just might save some money for the retirement that when you do decide to do it. So I think that's a lot of ideas there. Maybe you can come up with some more, put them in the comment section below, because we're all here. We're all ears. We're all listening for what you're doing, how you're saving for retirement. What kinds of things are you doing on a practical level, and then on a more kind of money, financial investment level or working level? Thank you again for everybody for being here. If you like the article or this video, please subscribe or like the video, and continue to look at us on our other channels, Instagram, TikTok. We're on Facebook, of course, and our website, YouTube here. We love to have you here and love your support and your feedback all the time. Take good care, everybody. Lots of love.